Right. As far as the injuries go, really the only one that didn't practice was Damian Wilson. And anyway, so that's what we had there. Look forward to the challenge of playing the Dolphins. Again, we know they're a good football team, well coached, and our guys have had a good week of practice, and we'll load up plane and head down there for tomorrow for the game. Whether yours time's yours now.
Go first to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Andy, just checking on Tyreek. I know he's been back to practice after missing the one day. How's he doing? And you think he's going to be ready on Sunday? And also Clyde Edwards-Helaire, I know he practiced all week, but how'd he look this week?
Both of them did good, so should be fine.
Let's go next to Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Coach.
Okay.
Just want to ask you about Miami's young quarterback, what you've seen from him. It looks like he seems to be growing week in and week out, but how would you evaluate him as you prepare for this game?
Yeah, I'll tell you, you're accurate on that. I mean, he's getting better every week, and he's a good football player. We prepared for him and Fitz. I mean, both of them. You have to do that, but primarily him. And so. You study him, and he's mobile, great arm, and good eyes. So good football player.
Let's go next to Seren Petro. Go ahead,
Seren. Coach, first, and I'll have a follow-up real quick after this. First, is Willie Gay the guy who steps in for Wilson if he can't go? I mean, I assume it. But
yeah. I mean, you've seen how Spags has got a bunch of different personnel groups, but Willie, yeah, I mean, you could say that, yes.
Okay. And then just a question about philosophy, right? There's a conversation Mike Tomlin said the other day when they couldn't punch the ball in, hey, if you can't get 1 yard, you don't deserve to win. Is that still hold true? I mean, I understand why a coach would say that and say to his team, particularly after a loss, that like, hey, we got to be better than that. But realistically, isn't the game more than just, kind of the shove each other around on the line the way maybe it was in the 70s?
Well, listen, there's a point where you got to get down and get dirty there and be able to root people out. So we work on that, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But when you really get down to it, when you have that kind of yardage, there's a time and a place where you got to just bear down and be more physical than the other group. I mean, that's how it goes. So I think that's what Mike was talking about, and that's always been a Pittsburgh thing, and really. We ask our guys to do the same thing. It's you got it out right there when it's short yardage like that.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Coach. Travis Kelce named the Chiefs Man of the Year nominee yesterday. I'm just curious your thoughts on that and how proud you are of Travis for what he's done during his career here.
Yeah, I think it's phenomenal. I mean, I've had a chance to be here and watch him grow. So, I mean, as some of you have, and just see where he's at now. I mean, the whole center that he's working on right now is a beautiful thing, and for our community, for kids, I'm proud as heck of him. So he does such good work in the community, like he does on the field. I mean, he's got a good heart, man, big heart.
Got 3 hands left. We'll start with Aaron. Go ahead, Aaron.
Coach, I think I know the answer to this one, but I'm going to ask anyway. Steph once said going back to Cleveland that the visiting locker room still smelled like champagne. You guys head back to Miami. Are you bringing any warm, fuzzy feelings with you, or is it all business?
Well, the one positive is we won't be in that same locker room, so we won't smell the champagne. Not that I'm not sure we had that in there, but I can't tell you there's any fuzzy feelings about it. It's just we got to play against a good football team, and that's how we've gone about it. So, but we'll be in a different locker room for sure. Yeah.
Go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Andy, we're about to talk to Tyreek and Travis. I'm just curious, in the time that you've gotten to know them and they've been together, what do you feel that those guys have learned from each other about just being a good receiver?
Yeah, well, I think Kelce has been great for Tyreek, and probably likewise. I mean, Tyreek has that great energy, and I've said it before, I've never seen a fast guy that has the endurance that he has and the energy, and he lives on gummy bears. I mean, it's ridiculous. I look at a gummy bear and put on 5 pounds. He goes out and screeches with them. So it's jet fuel for him. Kelce, they're such good friends, and they're very, very close. And I'd say D-Rob and Dieter and Pat and all that whole crew there are very, very, very close, and they hang out together and do that with their girls.
Last one, Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Andy, I know this is another week where you got a chance to look at DeAndre Baker. I'm wondering, could he be in a certain situation, much like you guys did with Travarius, where maybe he plays the last 2 to 3 weeks of the season and potentially you get a chance to see what he has in your system, perhaps maybe even being a possibility for the postseason if all goes well?
Yeah, we'll just see how he continues to progress, and Spags will take a hard look at that as we go forward. But it's so hard right now. A young guy comes into this situation, and it's late, and he's asked to learn this complex defense, and he's working his tail off to do it. That's a tough ask, but we'll just see how it goes going forward. He sure looks talented out there. He moves around well, so glad to have him.
Yes.
All right, we'll start first with Karen Kornacki. Go ahead, Karen.
Hi, Travis. Congratulations on being the Chiefs nominee for Man of the Year, but what is most important to you about the things you select to give your time, your the common denominator of what's most important to you?
That I have the ability to influence people to do the right things, or just do better for themselves. I think as all of us as athletes here, we kind of get that every single Sunday. People are gathering up to come and see us perform, and with that, you can get attached to personalities. You can get attached to what life means to us, and what that means to me is my family, my parents, my community that I grew up in gave me the understanding that if someone needs a lending hand, you do that and you lend a hand for them if you have the ability to. And it's just being prideful of who I am and knowing that I can put a smile on somebody's face and doing that.
Let's go next to Matt McMullen. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Travis, similar question here about your nomination. I was talking to Will Shields yesterday. Of course, he won that award back in 2003, Pro Football Hall of Famer. And he mentioned that you're kind of carrying on that torch for him at Operation Breakthrough. To hear that from a Pro Football Hall of Famer, what's that mean to you?
Man, I've been trying to fill a lot of shoes here in Kansas City. And one of them is all the unbelievable athletes that were before me that made this community feel loved, made this community feel appreciated, knowing how much energy and how much love they bring on Sundays or Mondays or Tuesdays, whatever it is. Now, whenever we play a game, the kingdom is always there, and they're always screaming their lungs out, and that we always have their support. So getting in this community, showing that we love them too, and we appreciate what they do, and that we're here to help and lend a helping hand when we can. That's everything, and that's what that's what the Chiefs stand for. You've seen it. It's not just one guy here and there. It's every single year. You see everybody in this building trying to get back into this community. And yeah.
Go next to Herbie Teope. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Travis, you and Tyreek are currently 2 and 3 in the league in receiving. Not much separates you from the leader. How much are you two aware of it, and how much friendly banter is going on between you and the Hill as to who can outdo who?
Listen, that's the last guy I want to talk smack to. He's the, I say it all the time, man, he's the deadliest weapon in the National Football League, and I say that for a reason, man. He can strike up the band at any point in the game. No matter if you're handing the ball off to him or you're throwing it to him. And Tyreek is an unbelievable player on the field, even better dude off the field. He's my brother, and I'm just it's a lot of honor and a lot of pride going into the end of this season like this, being top of the charts with him, knowing how much he works and how good he is. So just having fun. No, I know not to poke the bear, man, because he'll take off in a hurry on me.
Let's go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Brad, I'll have just one quick follow-up here. Travis, it's been a big week for you now with Matt, and I imagine it's a sensation when you're finally a part of the game, but what was it like hearing that you've reached the pinnacle of getting the 99 rating?
It's cool, man. I remember, heck, even a couple years ago, I was still creating a player and making all of his ratings 99, or at least making him a 99 overall. I mean, it's the peak of that video game, and that video game was everything for me when I was a kid. You know, getting it on Christmas back in the day was life in itself, and to see myself go from like a 73 or whatever my rookie year to a 99 over the course of 7-8 years is it's pretty cool to see the development. So it's just shout out to Madden. Don't forget to update your rosters, everybody.
Do you have a take on whether or not Tyreek Hill should be in that category with you and Patrick?
I give it an extra week, man. I give it an extra week. I don't understand how he's still not 99. How his speed isn't 99. Nobody's caught him yet. It's just it's a matter of time, man. It's a matter of time, and then there'll be 3 99s on one team, and everybody will soon know. Always pick the Chiefs in Madden.
Let's go next to Adam Teicher. Go ahead, Adam.
Hey, Travis, you regarding the Walter Payton nomination, you put something on social media yesterday saying, in effect, if when I'm done playing, if all I'm known for is football, then I've failed, more or less. Why is that so important to you? Can you elaborate on that and why it's so important to you to be known for more than football, to be known for your community service as well?
Football is just a game. We're talking about life, and to be able to help somebody have a better future, being able to, you know, lend a helping hand so somebody has a better situation. That's making a difference. I mean, granted, I can put a smile on somebody's face by doing a touchdown dance on Sundays, but being able to actually help somebody in their situation in life and either, like I said, help them do better for themselves or get help for them. That's everything for me. And to be able to be in a situation like I am, playing for the Chiefs, being a professional athlete and having the influence I have, I feel like it's a duty of mine to make sure that I'm helping out as much as I can, knowing that it's a responsibility.
Got time for a few more guys. We'll go Sam, Surin, and Nate. Go ahead, Sam.
Hey, Travis. And Brad, I'll have a follow-up to this, but I'm just wondering, how'd you find out about the Walter Payton nominee? How'd you find out that it was you?
I believe it was Mark Donovan. I call him El Presidente. My guy, Mark, he's helped me grow in this organization in terms of being a professional and just having awareness about what's really going on. And he came up to me and congratulated me and let me know that I was going to be the nominee this year. And I'm a firm believer that, like I'd said it before, I think individual accolades are a bit overrated in this game. But this is the one that you can have a lot of honor and a lot of pride for. I mean, it's definitely cool, but there's so many guys on this team that are worthy of it. Patrick, Tyron, I mean, the list goes on. Everybody is getting into this community and helping this community be better. And it's just it's such an honor to represent everybody in Kansas City in this way and in this light. And you know, it makes me want to do more and just keep on the same path.
The second thing I wondered is, you could have had your foundation sort of address a number of different things. Why did you pick what you picked?
To be honest, I fell in love with Operation Breakthrough. My foundation, 87 Running, is I've helped out Operation Breakthrough in terms of expanding in their original school, and then on top of that, getting the building across the street and buying that building and making sure that the kids don't just have somewhere to go kindergarten through 8th grade or preschool through 8th grade. Like once they get to high school, they have somewhere that they can go and collaboratively, you know, connect and design. And that's something that I really wanted to do for the community and specifically Operation Breakthrough, knowing how awesome they are over there. You know, it's such a genuine and loving place. And I just when I first walked into Operation Breakthrough, it was I knew I wanted to help out and be a part of it. And that's this is the way that I've been able to.
Let's go next to Surin Petro. Go ahead, Surin.
Travis, you mentioned your rookie year once. In your rookie year, you had to sit out the whole year, and I know that had to be tough. And now 5 straight 1,000-yard seasons, nobody had even done 4. Was there a time that you thought, you know, maybe a dark day in that first year that it wasn't going to come together? And did you ever – is this the career you thought it would be? Was it always going to be a record-setting and a 99 on Madden?
If you ain't dreaming bigger than you ain't dreaming big enough, man. I live by that right there. And there were definitely a lot of dark days, without a doubt, even throughout the journey, outside of the college experience that I had, the first year in the NFL, the ups and downs that I had in the first couple years of my career. There's always that question of am I doing the right things? Am I taking care of business? And to have a routine of success, being able to trust the people around you, like Coach Reid, like Mark Donovan I named earlier, like Brett Veach, the guys that are putting the players together and the plays together to have players have success in this league, trusting that, and then trusting my ability to hear the fundamentals and hear the coaching and try and grow within all that. Trusting that is huge. And not everybody has that situation. I'm just very fortunate that I got to land here in Kansas City with the pieces that I did and the players that I did, because, man, I love it here.
Well, Nate Taylor with the last one. Go ahead, Nate.
Hey, Travis, I have two questions as well. I'll start with the first one. When you think about the way your college career ended, how often do you allow yourself to reflect about the maturity that has gone on in your life since then? And then, Brad, I'll have a follow-up.
Well, as you get older, you live and you learn. You start to figure out what works, what doesn't work. What's meaningful to you, and what is your passion. And before I got removed from the football team in college, I don't necessarily know if I loved football. I loved to compete, but I didn't necessarily love football. And having it taken from me, I realized how much I really did appreciate it. And then once I got back onto the team, it's just been a nonstop effort to become the best football player I can, knowing that I'd never want to get to that position and not being able to play this game again. And just developing through all of that, and like I said, trusting the process of getting better, the fundamentals and the work ethic, but also, being a nerd throughout this game. I try and tell people all the time, you got to be a nerd. You have to get in the playbook. You have to watch film, not just up there watching movies. You have to dissect it and really become a nerd and a perfecter of your craft. And yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm ready.
Here we go. We'll start first with Matt Derrick. Go ahead, Matt.
Hey, Tyreek. The last time you saw Brian Flores' defense was that 18 championship game, and a lot of guys on the team talked about having watched that and how that game motivated them. What did you learn from that game, and how are you a different player, you think, now than you were then?
I don't know. I just feel like each and every year, you try to become a better player and just work on your game. So, obviously that was 2 years ago. So I feel like I've become a better hands catcher, a better route runner, and just better at just attacking the ball and just understanding coverages. So I feel like I'm better in all those aspects.
Go next to Herbie T.O.P. Go ahead, Herbie.
Hey, Tyreek, you and Travis are 2-3 in receiving in the league, and you're not too far off from DK Metcalf. But
that's my best buddy.
Between you and Kelce, how much internal competition is going on between each other? And do y'all quickly look at the stats at the end of the game and say, okay, I'm like 3 behind you or 5 behind you?
Nah, man, we don't too much get into stats. I feel like we try to pride ourselves on just winning the game. Now, granted, we all want to make the big play. Now, I'm not going to say that, but as far as looking at stats, man, we just want to win the game and just be the best and just help each other out. Be the best that we can be. So that's what football is all about. It's a team sport, baby. So that's why it's the greatest sport in the world.
Go next to Pete Sweeney. Go ahead, Pete.
Hey, Tyreek, I know you're a big gamer. When you saw that Travis Kelce joined Mahomes' 99, what were you thinking? And do you believe that you should also be a 99?
The first thing I was thinking was I'm going to have to deal with 2 99s, instead of just one now. Because believe this or not, my brother, he plays with the Chiefs, and I try to use, the trashiest team on Madden. I'm not going to say no name, but, just having, 2 99s on this team is amazing. But just as far as gameplay, it sucks, man, because obviously Pat is amazing, and then you add Kelce in the mix, it's just unstoppable, so it's crazy. I'm very excited for him.
Go next to Nate Taylor. Go ahead, Nate.
Tyreek, I got two questions for you. The first is a lot of talk about going back to Miami. Just what is your favorite memory of being in Miami earlier this year that is not related to the game? And then when did you truly knew that you loved Madden, the football game, the video game?
Oh, my favorite memory was going to Club Live, baby. Hey, yeah, turn up. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with that answer because I've already said it. I was thinking it in my head. I didn't really want to say that, but I'm gonna stick with it. And what did you say about the Madden?
When did you truly know that you loved playing the video game?
Oh, so when I was a kid, man, my dad, he used to kick my butt in like Madden 04, you know, when Vic was on the cover. You know, my dad, like he bought me a PS4 one time and like he never took it easy on me. Like he'll beat me like 100-0. I used to go crying to my mom and stuff like that. So that's when I was like, you know what? I'm going to get great at this game and I'm going to beat you. Like 3 years later, I just ended up beating him. So now it's like flip now. Now I'm beating him 100-0. So hey, I do my son the same way too, though. I beat my son all the time in Madden, man. He's crying and stuff. So
let's go next to Harold Kuntz. Go ahead, Harold.
Hey, Tyreek. Receivers coach, Greg, he's discussing how he uses Travis and some of the film work that you guys use. I'm just curious, what is it like watching Travis, you know, do his craft and learning from Travis? And what have you also learned about Travis just off the field as a man, because you guys are just such good friends?
Well, obviously he's a tremendous teammate, but he's very selfless. You know what I'm saying? He goes out each and every day and works hard at practice, you know, competes, and he pushes us, you know, and he's a great leader for us, you know. And as far as, you know, watching tape in the film room, G. Lou does use specific routes, you know, Kelce is very good at, you know, because, I mean, we like interchange routes all the time. So Kelce, like for him to be his size and like he's very nimble, you know, and very light on his feet, you know, for a guy of his stature. So I was like, when I first got here, I was like, man, this big guy can run routes? Like, are you serious? But dude is crazy good. Like, Kelce is crazy good.
Go last to Seren Petro. Go ahead,
Seren. Tyreek, Andy Reid said earlier in the week, you know, when the topic of the backflip came up, that he was maybe going to chat with you. I'm curious, has he talked to you? Is the backflip still on? If you're open, that we're still going to see it, or any adjustments to when we might see it? Maybe after you score, is that still going to be part of the repertoire?
And I feel like all your questions be like just you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, I just feel like, you know, Coach Reid, like he just goes out there, I mean, and just lets us like be free spirit and just play the game. You know, now will I stop doing backflips because it is dangerous? You know, I will stop doing backflips. You know, I just go back to the peace sign, baby. You know, so yeah.